All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's General Greene, God bless. It is a beautiful day out here in Waikiki. Booyah. And you know who the king is, Jesus Christ. Congratulations to all of our members. We are closing. It is your last chance to get into islandproject.com. Like Frank, you just tapped up to the 1,000 unit mark. Congratulations to you, sir. I've had a dozen or so of you come in the last week. For those of you who don't know, we just closed on property 6. Now we're hunting 7, 8, and 9 and starting our international expansion plus tokenization. Again, folks, live your investment. Live your investment. You can't do that with a 401k or a stock unless you roll it over here to islandproject.com and go big and live big. By the way, steady new all-time highs in Bitcoin. Congratulations to all y'all tuning in. Big moves from Ethereum, RSR, my top pick, a Peter Thiel, Sam Altman founded investment going up only. Massive moves, expect more of that. It's kind of like the silent pump. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we haven't even seen it in the news yet, and we're literally breaking new all-time highs. So I want you to think about that for a second. We don't even have a headline yet at CNBC.com, yet Bitcoin's trading at 114K. Massive, absolutely huge. You know, I was speaking yesterday very passionately with the rainbows all around me, how a lot of Americans are now becoming very disillusioned. Very disillusioned. They thought Trump was going to release the Epstein files. They thought that the wars would end. They thought there'd be a peace deal in Ukraine, which I still think is coming, by the way. I still have faith in Donald Trump that he's going to pull that off. That there wouldn't be strikes on Iran, that we predicted that there wouldn't be more debt, even though there's another 4 to 5 trillion sending the dollar into the gutter, and somehow they're surprised about it when there's nothing to be surprised about. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this was the plan, to transfer the system into the new Bitcoin, crypto, stablecoin, fractional, and tokenized real estate model that, of course, we invented here at islandproject.com. The game plan was for Donald Trump to front run himself and all of his companies into this network before sending it to new all-time highs. Absolutely profiting immensely. I mean, this is why he launched Trump Coin. This is why he launched his decentralized exchange, World Liberty Fi. This is why he set up Scott Bessent, who was a George Soros lackey, to help him crash the dollar so he could reset us into the new Bitcoin hegemony. And for some reason, people are surprised. I just don't understand it. It's always been physically easy to understand where all this was headed, and that the elites were lying to you this entire time, and they didn't want you to own Bitcoin and get rich because they want you a slave. And that's what governments do. They inflict control and power over its people through the threat of force. And I could use a worse word, and lockdowns and taxation and all those kinds of things. But now, the fact that there's a distribution of technology, new systems being developed, new ownership types like Island Project and the digital Noah's Ark, Bitcoin, which is secure, entirely portable, and unconfiscatable, it's created a whole new paradigm unlike anything that we've ever seen in the history of the world. What does this do? Empowers you for freedom, empowers you for the sovereign individual, for sovereign wealth, empowers you and allows you to own these types of assets you normally couldn't afford, and also live them. Use it. Comp time up to 30 days at 1,000 units and more, plus an ecosystem of Christians and good people fighting the good fight and winning. We're winning, guys, through Jesus. God always wins. Jesus Christ always wins. So understand this, in all this darkness of the world and the failure, for example, of the Epstein file release and all of this craziness, you can focus your attention on negativity. You can focus your attention on the media and fake politics and the divide and conquer and the two-party system, or you can focus on what I encourage you to focus on: your family, your friends, your churches, your faith, your salvation, your income, your body, your physicality, staying positive and doing big things in your life. So again, big shout out to you guys. I just love you. It's a little bit of a victory lap. Again, Bitcoin's breaking out to new all-time highs. Again, making all my members rich. We predicted this. We've invested in it. I've produced tens of thousands of videos on the topic. We literally invented fractional, soon to be tokenized real estate. We've already pulled it off. We won. Our founders, if you're a founder tuning in, victory. We've won. We're going to tokenize soon. We're going to hundreds and hundreds of properties, soon to be worldwide. We've done it without bank debt. That's absolutely insane. So I'm grateful. I love you. Jesus is king, and keep shining bright just like Christ. It's coming back soon.
Get rich because of the mindset. Get rich. Don't let the billionaires be the only people that are rich. You become a billionaire. All right, let's roll. Seatbelts? We're good. Let's do this. Yeah, so Wahoo's amazing. My dad's going to fill you in on different locations that we're visiting today. We're going to pick them up in Waikiki, Mr. Magnum, and have a good time as well. Austin, you think it's a buying opportunity for Bitcoin right now?
Yeah, you should buy it right now. It's gonna go 1,000 freaking X.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, you're missing out on it.
Yeah, so it's just so amazing. I mean, let's just talk about, for those of you with kids out there, what motivates me the most is my kids. Not just about leaving a legacy, but just teaching them how to fish. If you can fish and create income for yourself, you will never go hungry. Sales, marketing, the hustle. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I was at the gym, had breakfast with the family. Now we're purchasing real estate, eating Papa John, shooting content. That's the hustle, that's the grind. There's no competition at the top, ladies and gentlemen. The top 1% know this secret. They know that everything is limitless. They know that money is energy, that your thoughts create money. This is the secret of the billionaire class that you need to know about that they don't teach in school. School's going by the wayside. College isn't even as valuable as it once was. Everything has changed. I homeschool all my kids, my wife and I do, and I do think there's some good schools out there, but homeschooling is so beneficial because Austin is able to fade me and learn what I do, which they don't teach you. They don't teach you how to make money. They teach you how to take on debt in the United States of America. Cash flows will pay for your lifestyle. In fact, don't buy a Lamborghini until your cash flows exceed your living expenses. You need $10,000, $100,000 a month coming in to support the lifestyle that you want, and it's got to come in passively. This is the beauty about real estate and fractional ownership. It's all passive income. So every property is part of our $33.5 million founders round, spits off income, and is also being tokenized. Think about the fact that we only have to do a 33x for an initial investor to go to $1 million. You become a millionaire as a founder at the 30K minimum with 30 units with just $30,000. All that has to be done is a 30x, and we're going 1,000x, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, so take advantage of the opportunity today. Go to freaking X, baby! Project.com! Go to freaking get it! Go to freaking X! Jesus Christ is King!